My name's Cole and this is my vlog. It's about things that tick me off, some things I like, but mostly things that tick me off. I never leave my house. Seems like the world has lost its mind. Nothing makes sense anymore. So I withdrew from the world. That's right, I shunned it. Shunned. It doesn't matter what political party you're for. Democrats, Republicans, communists, socialists, extraterrestrialists. We can all agree on one thing. Politicians are greedy, self-centered liars. Are there exceptions to this rule? Sure, but there's not many. Our great nation's being ran into the ground by dirty, dirty, dirty politicians.
Kiki, come here. Cole Shuns' world is on.
President Truman supposedly said, "No man can get rich in politics unless he's a crook." Darn tootin'. Maybe some of these politicians started off with the good intentions, but over time they become corrupt. They expense everything, use government resources for personal use. In exchange for political contracts or negotiations, corporations give them under-the-table payoffs and kickbacks. This includes lucrative jobs for family members, vacations, and such. I believe it's called squid pro quo.
Wow, an old white guy complaining about politics? Never seen that.
He needs some new material and a makeover.
Somewhere along the way, all the power goes to these politicians' heads, and they believe they're untouchable. In most instances, these senators and representatives are above the law. That is, as long as the people that have the dirt on them are kept happy. Otherwise, the jig is up.
Jig? What's a jig? Is that an old person cuss word?
As American citizens, elected representatives and senators are supposed to work for us, the people. Wrong. Politicians don't care about their people. They only care about themselves and getting reelected. What a politician supports or votes for depends on these three factors. 1, political party loyalty. What does the party want? If they're Democrats or Republicans, they're going to vote along the same lines of what's decided by their party. Number 2, lobbyists and special interest groups. These are people or corporations that manipulate the legislatures. And then number 3, campaign contributors. These are donors that want favors. Unfortunately, it seems like 90% of the time, these are the only 3 things that matter. It's hardly ever about what the American people want or need. It's about what their party wants, lobbyists, or donors want, not America. The only time they care about the American people is when it's election time. And then they love to make their empty promises, get reelected, and go back to dirty business as usual. Listen, politician is a 4-letter word.
Oh, this reminds me of when Marcy won class president again. If we elected her, she promised to put a Starbucks in our school cafeteria.
Well, Kiki, that seems like an impossible promise. Politicians always make promises they don't keep.
What are you talking about? We got the Starbucks.
Then why are you complaining?
She was running against me.
Nowadays, you try and put your hand in your pocket, but you can't. Why? Because some politician already has his hand in your pocket, snatching your money, not asking permission or even letting you know, just taking it. Everywhere you turn, you're getting taxed. Your paycheck, anything you buy at the store, property taxes. It goes on and on. Here's the kicker. You just don't get taxed once. Sometimes you get hit 2 or 3 times. Federal tax, state tax, municipality tax. It's ridiculous.
We need higher taxes on the rich. They need to pay their fair share.
Kiki, your family's rich. That means you'll have to pay more.
What?
Look, it doesn't matter how much money you give the government. Politicians are always going to want more. They believe they know how to spend your money better than you do. Let me give you an example. My Uncle Leroy is a great guy, but he has a hard time holding down a job and budgeting his money. He'd come around and ask me for loans. I would give him loans, knowing full well I was never going to see that money again. Until I found out he was going out and blowing the money on fancy dinners and giving the money to other people, and then coming back and asking me for more money. You see, Uncle Leroy was just like a politician. He didn't care because it wasn't his money.
That's why the government should give everyone an allowance. Daddy gives me an allowance and it works great. And if I run out, I just ask for more.
Are you kidding me? You are so spoiled.
Thank you.
I keep hearing this free health care for all, free college. Who's gonna pay for that? Nothing's free. Oh, right, you're gonna raise taxes. Sure, why not? Make everyone else pay for free college and health care. Sure. I got an idea. No taxes for senior citizens. I mean none. Zero. Zilch. We've spent a lifetime paying taxes. It's your turn now. And don't get me started on the Social Security system. What a Fonzie scheme. Some people spend their lifetime paying into the system and then die before their retirement, never getting to claim a dang dime. What happens to that money, you ask? All the thousands and thousands of dollars. Well, the government keeps it. It's not like a 401k. The family doesn't see any of it. Shameful.
Ugh, this one was so boring. Politics, blah, blah, politics. Turn it to Jenna Marbles.
I love America. This is the greatest nation ever. I'm just sick of all the political BS. We need term limits for senators and representatives. If you've been in office 20 or 30 years, you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. In conclusion, I shun these politicians. I shun them. You've been shunned. If you like this video, click like, share, and subscribe. If you didn't like this video, I don't care.